up in this pig tonight so we can fly some aeroplanes. And fly some aeroplanes. What's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? Flying cars. Who would have seen it? I never thought I'd see the day where I see some flying cars. We got a flying Mitsubishi and we got a flying Honda. They look like cars to me. Sort of like cars. I don't know. I don't know. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the All About Aviation channel. My name is Greg. I'll be your internet pilot on this here episode. Whatever you want to call this here episode, you can call that episode whatever you want to call it. Just make sure you hit the like button and hit that subscribe button, and we'll be all good. Baby, baby. All right, where should we park this Mitsubishi at? I'm thinking we should probably park it down here. What runway am I taking off from actually on this flight? Let me look at the flight plan. I don't want to taxi the whole length of the airport. Nope, I don't want to do it. And I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it. Hopefully your Wednesday is okay. Your hump day. All right, 35 left. So we're right there. I'm sure like this would probably, I think this would be business parking and shit. Let me see what the map shows up. Let me see what the map says. That is, that's cargo. No, South General Aviation. All right, this is General Aviation. All right, so let's park down here. How about ramp 66? 65, 67. You know what I'm going for. 70 deuce, 69. Let's park at ramp 69. There we are. So this is going to be another double leg flight. We're going to be flying from KSMF, K Reno. So we're going to Reno, Nevada, and then we're going to jump in the Hondajet, which is awesome. Awesome jet. And we're going to be flying that thing to Boise, Idaho. I almost didn't stream tonight, man. There's some shit going on here with one of my kids, and I shouldn't say kids. A kid is a baby goat, but one of my children's. And I don't know. I'm kind of upset about it, but I'm gonna do this tonight. Maybe this will put me in a better mood. Maybe so. Why is this not clicking on? Hey, what's up, Grease? Why are you not clicking on, man? Uh-oh. I think we got a... Houston, I think we got a problem. Houston. I think we got a problem, Houston. Looks like I may have to pull out the backup. Oh, no, it's just that one battery. That's weird. Anyways, what's going on, Grease? How are you, man? How you doing? We got the Mitsubishi. Shea Mitsubishi. I haven't flown this plane in a long time. I want to get rid of those systems there. I don't want to use the new systems. So let's do this here. We're gonna click on settings and click on no for the glass cockpit. Oh, classic cockpit, yes. And that should put the gauges. Well, this doesn't work, so I'm always stuck whether to leave this on, like this here, or put the newer components in. But I kind of like having the, we'll leave it classic. But I do need to go out and come back in again because I need to plug in both airports for that little phone to work. Yeah, man, I like this plane. I haven't flown this plane in a minute. Then we're going to Reno, Nevada. Let me plug in the chat, just in case you don't go to the, the about section of this flight. Let's plug in the. So we have KSMF, KRNO, KRNO2, KBOI. All right, there we go. All right, let's do this again. We got ramp 69, and then we got to plug in Reno. Otherwise, it won't show up on that little phone for the weather and all that. Oops. Yeah, I've had shit. That's how I used to know when my bill was due when my electric got cut off. They're always so quick to cut it off, but then after you pay the bill and you want to get it turned back on, like they're slow as shit turning it back on. That's good that you got everything turned back on. Yeah, man, I used to wait until I got the cutoff notice and then I would pay it. I still pretty much do that. Yeah, man, my day at work was real good. I got some, shit going on with my son that is really bothering me, but I think doing this tonight will take my mind off of things for a while, which is good. Like, working always takes my mind off of things. Like, when I'm at work, I tend not to think of, like, personal stuff. I've gotten very good at that kind of stuff over the years. Like, kind of blocking out what's going on personally. See, all right, so with this plane, you have to plug in both airports outside, on the main screen. Otherwise, it won't bring in the weather system. So, all right, let's hide the yokems. And we'll get this airplane started up. As with any propeller plane, I have the wording showing up. That way I can see, like, what percentage everything is. All right, let's get Mega Karen. Battery off. Or Giga Chad, whoever the fuck's in this plane tonight. Inverter off. Fuel tank switches off. I hear that. Idle. Prop levers. I love taking a nap in the afternoon, man. I'm so good at that. What are they? Oh, emergency stop. I read it wrong. No. There and emergency stop. Gearing switches. GND. Crank switches. Stop. Flap lever. 0 degrees. Gear lever. Down. Parking brake. Set. Alright, let's start these engines. These engines are pretty simple to start up. Oh, you know what? Let me see what kind of fuel we got. Oh yeah, you know what? I got the pushback machine. Hang on a second. Let me activate the pushback machine here. And what does sim brief say my fuel should be? So we got 570. That's fine for the fuel. And payload should be 626, and our takeoff weight payload is 626. Hey, what's up, Bob? Cool jacket, Bob. All right, that's pretty good. Let's leave that. Now let's start up the engines. Battery on. Parking brake on.
taxi. Taxi. Left throttle lever to start. Start. Left gearing, switch to GND. GND. English 1 fuel enrichment switch. Press. English 1 crank switch to crank. Crank. English 1 starter switch. Press. Monitor oil pressure to a 40 psi.
I think it's funny it's called English and not engine. I always thought that to be funny in this game. Like, English 1, English 2.
40 psi. LH main fuel tank switch. On. Monitor fuel flow. Monitor. Monitor RPM.
You gotta put the generators on, Chief.
Monitor. Check prop rotation.
Oh yeah, that bitch is spinning.
Check. LH generator. On. Inverter. On. Right prop lever to taxi. Taxi. Right throttle lever to start. Start. Right gearing switch to GND. GND. English 2 fuel enrichment switch. Press. English 2 crank switch to crank. Crank. English 2 starter switch. Press. Monitor oil pressure to a 40 psi. RH main fuel tank switch. On. Monitor fuel flow. Monitor. Monitor RPM.
Yep, I really like this plane too.
Monitor. Check prop rotation.
Oh yeah, we spinning. Me too, dude. Been a long time since I've flown this plane. I always think about doing it, and then I just never wind up doing it.
Check. RH generator. On.
Alright, I guess I should contact the AT Sizzle and let them know I'm leaving. I turned off the sound so we can't hear them talking. 17 right, that's fine. And let's see what our pressure is. So we have A3002. We got that right here. 3002. And our first VOR station is 115.5. So let's program that in, 115.5. And we should be on a course of 74 degrees going there. So let's program in 74 degrees. Yep, the Englishes are spinning, that's for sure. Let's turn on our DME equipment. And let's put on the ram air can stay off. Let's put this on auto. Let's turn on some lights. Let's see here, we'll turn on pitot heat. Left and right. We got let's see here. Taxi lights, strobe, nav, and let's put some lights on the inside. Got to turn the English lights up. Mega Karen. And the panel. And oh yeah, this is the airplane with the fucked up autopilot. That's right. What I got, I got to get down like eye level sometimes to see which button is pushed in. That's right. I remember this airplane. All right, let's move the throttles up to say like 35. That's on taxi. Let's put some flaps down. Oh man, that's probably delicious. An omelet with a kebab. Now you talking. That probably tastes real good. Let's, after engine start, let's run through this.
Monitor oil pressures within green. Within green. Monitor oil temperatures within green. Within green. Monitor fuel flows. Check. Monitor EGTs within green. Within green. Monitor torque pressures within green. Within green. Check English 1 crank switch has set to run. Check English 2 crank switch has set to run. Run. Check gearing switches to safe. Safe. Beacon light. Beacon/taxi. Lights. As required. Prop levers to taxi.
Here, let's auto-complete that.
Taxi.
All right, there we go.
Toe brakes.
Oops.
Toe brakes.
I got them on.
Hold. Parking brake. Release. Throttle levers. Back. Taxi slowly.
Hey, what's up, Frank? Hang on. We got to get to... Is it 17 right is where we're going? Yeah, 17 right. Let me look at the map and see where 17 right is. My feeling is probably... Oh, it's all the way up. Okay. Oh, there it is. All right, we're on our way. This plane is always so fast on taxiing, man. It's crazy. Now, this plane, we can't really engage the autopilot until we are, like, level and at a pretty good speed. If we try to engage the autopilot and, like, the trim isn't set properly, it's either going to nosedive or go straight up in the air. So we really got to make sure that we're trimmed properly before we engage the autopilot. But yeah, we're going to fly this to Reno, and then we're going to do an old switcheroo and jump in the other car, the Hondajet. Same plane that Tom Cruise is a pilot of. Yeah, he owns a Hondajet and flies that thing everywhere he can. If I owned a plane, I'd be trying to fly to wherever Taylor Swift's plane is, and hide out in that plane and steal as much merchandise and money as I can. Just kidding, I wouldn't do that. But I would think really hard about it though. I don't know, I might do it. Maybe I'll try it one day. Maybe I'll try it one day. Oh yeah, this plane be bouncing. It's powerful, man. It's like this plane, even though it's a propeller, man, this plane has got a lot of power to it. We'll put the lights on after we take off. Maybe we'll leave the lights out for a while. Who knows? Kind of like flying in the dark. Sometimes. Sometimes. If the airplane's got a decent amount of light on the inside of it, I'm cool with it. All right, there's no run-up checklist or anything like that, so we can pretty much just line up and go. I do want to look at the checklist real quick, though, because I haven't flown this plane in a few months. So let's hang out here for a second. Let's look at takeoff and climb. All right. So we got takeoff. Flaps 20 degrees. I think we already got the flaps set. Oh, I thought we already did. All right, flaps 20 degrees. Prop lever set for takeoff. That's easy. Park and brake release. Takeoff and 115 knots is takeoff. And climb. Best climbing speed is 150 knots. Trim as required. And cruise maintain a torque of 40 to 50 psi. All right, that works. PSI is right up top. Where is the outside air temperature at? All right. Oh, here's the outside air temperature right here. Okay, yeah, we're well over well over. Oh, look at this speed limitation. Look at that, man. Boy, it was never that clear on the Series S. That's for sure. Wow. That is cool. All right, let's go. Oh, we got to put our landing lights on. All right, now we can go. Oh, wow. Ford dually with a pride flag. You don't really see that too often. All right, let's do it. My bad, I hit the test light by accident. How come our throttle's not going up? Oh, because I did the wrong one. Oops. Now we're good. All right, 115. Let's pull back. Landing gear up. Adjust our trim a bit. Let's make our turn. Put one setting of flaps up. All right, we can put the rest of our flaps up. Let's keep on increasing our trim. Let's try to stay around 150 if we can. As soon as I can take my thumb off the yoke, I'm going to, and just like that, see? And we're still climbing, so now we can put the autopilot on. So let's put on heading. And we're okay with our... Oh, no, we're not. We need to go down. All right, let's put heading mode on. Oh, I like having the words now. It tells me if it's on or off. That's great. All right, let's increase our vertical speed. And then once we line up with our course, we'll put on the nav button, the track button here. All right, we might be able to do it now. Let's try to put our track button on and see what happens. Let's turn off the landing lights. And now we need to move our prop levers back a bit. Here we go. And let's increase our climb a little bit. Should be around 150. We're kind of going a bit faster than we should be. All right, our next frequency after that is going to be 113.2. Oh, sunrise is coming up. Maybe we'll just leave it like this. Let's put on some photogrammetry. That's how we do it here in America. That's how we do it. We're fat and we use photogrammetry. That's how we do it in America. America. Yeah, that radar doesn't work though. You need to have a subscription for the service, and you can't do it with Xbox. So that's just a blank screen for us. We can just make pretend whatever we want on there, Frank. It doesn't work. There's another, you can put Garmin systems in there instead, but yeah, it doesn't work. So we should be going up to about 17,000 feet tonight with this, according to our flight plan. So that's what we're going to aim to do. All right, outside, it's getting colder. We're not at icing range yet, I don't believe. But we're getting damn close. All right, exhaust temperature is kind of high. Let's see how we can reduce that. Let me see if... Let's try reducing the propellers a little bit and seeing if that... Unless it's just not modeled, which it could, that could very well be that it's not modeled. All right, we good. We got 22 miles to our waypoint. And then we got about 60 miles or so into our destination. And then we'll get our next flight set up. All right, let's put on some icing equipment. So let's put on heat. All right, exhaust temperature's coming back down a little bit. Usually when with that kind of stuff, you can use a fuel mixture, but I don't see a fuel mixture, thing anywhere. Alright, and from HNW we're going to be flying on a heading of 26, so let's set our heading now. Because before we know it, we're going to be at HNW, which is our first waypoint. So let's set this to 26. Yeah, HNW is Hangtown, Placerville, and then we're going up to Palisades. South Lake Tahoe is the next waypoint. We actually have a little map here we can use. Let's check our pressure. Still 30.2. We got a little map here. I guess that map is correct. Yeah, there's Sacramento. All right, 8 miles and about 5 or 6 miles, we're gonna switch the heading mode. Switch the heading mode and then re-engage the track mode or the autopilot. We're almost ready to level off. Yeah, I think flying with propeller planes, it's kind of necessary to have that feature turned on with the words and stuff, because, you know, it's so hard sometimes to get the levers to match up properly. And especially in this plane, there's no way of knowing what's armed and what, you know, what's on, unless you have it turned on with the words, or unless you get like eye level like this and you can like see like this button's pushed down, you know, like other than that, there's like no way of knowing what mode you're in. I think this plane will take about 1.5 miles, 2 miles to turn. So about maybe just under 2 miles, we're going to turn towards 26 and then plug in our next station, which is 113.2. All right, the needle's getting ready to flip. Let's go ahead and put ourselves in heading mode. Let's dial in 113.2. And let's plug in a course of 26. All right, 25 is close enough. Let's put ourselves in track mode again. And what we're going to have to do in order to get to 26, we actually need to move the heading bug away. And now we can put in 26. So you really cannot have the heading button and the CDI needle. You can't have them on top of each other. They don't like that. So you can't have them lined up exactly. It's going to be 1 or 2 degrees off every time. Oh shit, we're at altitude. We're actually a little higher than we should be. Right, altitude on. Pull throttles back a little bit. Pull them back to 83. And let's put these bitches in cruise mode. So let's do 95. And we should be between, I think it said 40 and 50 psi for cruising. Let's see what it says here. Yeah, 40 to 50 psi. So we can actually increase our torque a bit. Let's increase our throttle. All right, fuel's doing okay. We don't need to switch any fuel yet. I think. Let me look at. This plane drinks fuel pretty quickly. Okay, so the center tank is the one we got to continually fill up. Okay. When that gets down a little bit farther, we'll use these tanks here to move fuel into the center tank. So we got these knobs here, outer and tip. We can either use the winglets or we can use the tip tanks, you know, or the wing tank. And then we'll throw it into the center tank here. All right, so we got 22 more miles there. Then after that, we have 35 miles to Reno, and then we'll pretty much be there. Let me see where we're supposed to actually start descending at. Let's look at our flight plan. All right, so we have 35, we have 50 miles. We need to get down to 16, 32, 48. So we should really start descending. Oh no, we're only going down to 8,000 feet actually. That's right. So we have a little bit before we need to descend. I think we can wait to the next waypoint. We need to stop our descent around 8,000 feet. I'm sorry, around 9,000 feet, because there's some mountains over in Reno that are about. Looks like their peaks are just around 8,000, 8,300. All right. While this is doing, let me go back into sim brief and regenerate our flight plan for the Honda. Go to view saved flights. All right, there it is, Yo Mama. So let's view it and then regenerate it. All right, edit. And generate. And now it should be ready to be brought into the Honda. The Honda, I might have to do a couple things for sim brief. I haven't flown that plane since the update I did, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's increase torque a bit. So let's move our propellers up a bit too. This is such a cool plane, man. I love this plane. Hey, you got your test tomorrow? Good luck on your test. I'll be praying for you. All right, from here, we got to go on a heading of 40. So let's plug in 40. And that one is, what's FMG? Come on, you can tell me what it is. Mustang, Reno, Nevada, 117.9. We don't really have that much longer on this flight. We have one more waypoint, and then we're gonna circle up to catch the ILS. We'll land and then jump into Honda and take off. I'll leave this at 20. Oops. I'll leave this at 38, and then when I set this, then I can put it on 40. All right, let's get ready to go into heading mode. All right, heading mode on. We have 117.9. And we need a track of 40, so let's plug in 40. Let's click track again. And actually we can start descending now to 8,000 feet, so let's see what it says for descent. No, all right, it's just landing, nothing for descent. All right, so let's disengage altitude. Let's lower our propellers a bit, and let's start angling down a bit. And like I said, we'll stop around I guess we'll stop around 9,000 feet. Let's see what the pressure is here. I never did change it back to standard, but that's okay. All right, so we got 30.12, so let's program that in. All right. And they are some big propellers, good lord. All right, we got 24 miles now. Our landing, once we get to FMG, we're going to turn to the north. And then we're going to have to plug in our course. It's 167. I don't know if this plane, I think this plane will land itself. I forget really if this, I know it's got an ILS, capture in it, but I don't know if it actually will land itself or not. That I think it does. It's got a glide slope button, so I think it will land itself. But yeah, we're going to be passing over some mountaintops. They're under 9,000 feet, but we can get right around 9,000, level off there, maybe 9,500. Get down stay at just under 200 knots, and then head to the north, and then capture our localizer and our glide slope, and we'll be all set. Actually, what I'm going to do is let's set our heading to the north. That's how we're going to be turning once we get there. And it is windy out here today. Bouncing around, that's for sure. It says it's only 6 knots for the wind, but it feels like a lot more than that. It's good, man. It's good to eat good food. Yeah, I like kebabs. I like lamb meat. I like omelets. Usually I get an omelet with spinach and feta cheese. That's kind of like my go-to omelet. Whenever I can get an omelet with both of those in it, I always do. Sometimes broccoli, but usually spinach and feta cheese. I could put feta cheese on almost anything. All right, I think this might be Reno, actually, right. That could be Reno Airport right there. I think it is. I think that is Reno. Feta cheese is real salty. Yeah, absolutely. I really like it in salads and omelets. But yeah, it is real salty. Yeah. A lot of the pizza places around my house are owned by Greek people, and usually when I get a salad from there, man, they got like their feta cheese is so good. Like it's not super salty like I get in the grocery store, but man. All right, let's make our turn to the north. Let's go into heading mode. Let's program in 110.9. And we need a course of 167. All right, let's continue. Let's go this way a little bit. Let's get down to about 9,000 feet. You know, I don't think I've ever had feta cheese in soup before. I'll have to find some recipes. I was learning how to be a chef many years ago. Yeah, I've never put feta cheese in soup before. The only time I've ever put cheese in soup is if I made like a French onion soup. Oh yeah, eating it raw. Oh yeah, it is like suicide. Nice little golf course right in the middle of the desert. Looks like a golf course to me. All right, so we're about 9 miles out. I'd like to get maybe about 15, 20 miles out and then make our turn back towards. All right, so let's kind of level off here. Huh. Bean soup with carrots, peppers, and feta. What kind of beans you talking about? Like black beans and like kidney beans? Or are you talking about like lentils or... I'll have to try that, man. I like me some bean soup. All right, let's start cutting back towards the airport a little bit. Try to capture this glide slope. Slow down a bit. So with this plane, we really have to capture the track first and then capture the glide slope. We can't just put approach on. We need to do it in kind of a set way. All right, let's go at a 45-degree angle. There we go. Put our landing lights on. That's our outside air temperature. All right, we'll leave icing on. Sounds good, man. I'm about to try that. Absolutely. All right, let's click our track button. Oh, shit. Click our track button. Or actually, our capture button. Oh, and the flag has shown up. We're a little low, so let's deactivate that. And let's go down. Reduce our throttle. Put some flaps in the equation. See if we can capture the flag. Here's the flag right here, but I don't think we're going to be able to capture it. We'll see, but I doubt it. We're a little too high. Put our landing gear down. Put more flaps down. Our capture point is at 7,400 feet, so I would imagine that we would capture it soon, but doesn't look like it. Well, if we had the flag, if we captured the flag in time, we would be pushing this button over here, the glide slope button, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that tonight. All right, we can probably disengage the autopilot. Yeah, let's disengage the autopilot. Go flaps full. Oh, well, I know why we haven't captured the the flag. It's probably because it's on, I think it's on the other runway. I think 17 left is the one with the glide slope. Well, that's okay. All right, Mazel Tov. We're here. All right. Y'all like that flare I did? Put the nose straight up in the air. Kind of a mix between watery and pasty. To be honest, I don't like it like real loose, but I don't like it like spackle. You know, I like it to like kind of fall off the spoon kind of easy. So, I guess a little bit of both, but more pasty than watery. All right, let's go to our Hondajet. H-Jet. Let's see here. Liveries. Let's do light. We'll do that one. Light. Maybe I'll do Aerostar. Yeah, man, I was getting it. Let me take a look at this livery before I don't think I've seen this livery up close before. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I pulled back. I pulled back a little too much with my thumb. All right, import flight. End camera position. Hey, that's pretty cool looking. All right, let's do that. All right, and we got Reno. We should be taking off from 17 right, which is right there. Let me see what the parking situation looks like here. There's general aviations. Cargo terminal, control tower, blast pad. Tell you what, let's just park down here. There we go. We'll go to ramp 69 again. I've only flown this plane one time. One time. But that one time was a lot of fun. That one time was a lot of fun. I'm glad I'm doing this today. I'm feeling better. This shit going on with my son has really got me bugging, man. So I'm not gonna really talk about it online, here, but definitely got me a little twisted. It got me to the point where, like, when I was finished work tonight and I started thinking about it a little bit, like, I was like, I didn't feel like doing anything. I just kind of wanted to get in bed and just turn the lights off and just kind of just hibernate until tomorrow morning. But I was like, let me try doing this tonight and seeing what happens, and I'm glad I did. I'm happy I'm online doing this. It's kind of like therapy in a way, I guess. All right, let's see here. Ooh, get back here, you bitch. There we go. Back here, you mother bitch. All right, plane. Let me see if I remember you. No tablet. That's right. That's okay. Man, this is a sexy fucking airplane, man. If I could describe an airplane as, like, sexy, I would say this one is it, man. Now, the light version I chose with this airplane, that just means that it's like a 2K texture or less instead of 4K. And, like, these screens, I think it only controls, like, one at a time or something like that. So let me turn... Oh, you know what? We never turned photogrammetry off. Oh, well, I think we'll be okay. Let me at least turn that lettering off. Now that we're in this kind of plane, I don't need it on. Let's turn that off. And let's go back. Yeah, well, he's 18. Yeah, I hear you. All right, let's hide the yoke. Let's get our checklist up. And we'll get ready to get out of here. Oh, there's no checklist. That's right. Shit. Let me get it pulled up. I think I have it stored to my OneDrive account. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let me get this checklist up here. I believe Flight FX has it. It came out. I think there's a. I think I have something for this plane. At least I should. Yep. Here we go. MGH Jet. There we go. All right. Well, I can fix that. Okay. Landing, Garmin layout. Entering the cockpit. Connecting external power. Actually, I might not even need a checklist on this thing. Let me just look at the buttons. Whoa! 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 What happened there? That was what? What happened there? Why is it always my streams that have these problems? Why? Why is it always my streams? Load manager, initialization, flight plan entry. I thought they had like a regular checklist. I guess they don't. Yeah, I don't know. The game is just tired. It was like, we're good. We're done for today. Yeah, this isn't much of a checklist at all. It's like a sample flight. Hopefully the mouse is still connected. Sometimes when I load into the game, like the mouse doesn't work and I have to like exit and then go back into it. One place I never explored. Most of Russia. And like northern Canada. Like above Vancouver and like between like populated Canada and the North Pole. I've thought about like doing some Russian flights. Yeah, I've never really gone through Russia and like like Western China and like Eastern Russia, like that whole area I haven't really flown over before. Except that one time we were trying to get the airplane to crash during takeoff from all the icing. You know, I noticed that sometimes with simulator, when I exit a flight and try to go right into another one, that this crashes. I don't think I have anything downloaded that I shouldn't, other than the toolbar feature. Yeah, I could do that. Shanghai to Russia. Sure. Yeah, I've thought about doing stuff like that. I just never really looked into it, you know, serious enough to do something for it. But yeah, it's a good idea. Come on, flight. Let's go, bitch. You're not making a very good impression on my audience, Microsoft. No, that's not Reno. Reno be up here, I think. Nope. Is this Reno? Nope. Where the fuck you at, Reno? All right, let's try this again. Yeah, I could see that. I like those bush trips a lot. I don't know if you ever do any of the bush trips under activities. Those I find to be really fun. Because you get to fly over all these different parts of the world and you're sightseeing. Yeah, those are a lot of fun. You have to have the world scenery downloaded for those. All right, so I don't really have a checklist for this plane, but it should be pretty straightforward. It's already hooked up to a generator. We just got to turn the battery and the external power on. Get the avionics going. Fire up the engine. Engines. Plural. Yep. When I was going through that phase where I couldn't, where I kept on getting the black screens and all that, I was so upset because I couldn't do any of the bush trips because I deleted all the world scenery updates. All right, let's see here. We got external power, battery. All right, oxygen is normal. That's all fine. Let's get our avionics set up. All right, engine anti-ice, cross feed, pitch trim. I think I have all of them. Yeah. Pretty sure I have all of them. All right, let's wait for FMS to get our position. Yeah, that's right, man. Got all 12 teraflops working. All 12. 13 trillion combinations and shit. I think it's 13 trillion. There you go, baby. You doing it. Look at all that green. Look at all that green. Let me see if I got SimBrief set up here. Oh, good. I think I do have it all. Oh, no, I don't, actually. Shit. Let me take care of this. I haven't flown this plane in a very long time, it looks like, so. Alright, let's go to Navigraph. Code. Let me clear my code. Alright, let's see here. Sign in. Yes, please. Yeah, I do. Both. Chinese and Russian. I forget for what airlines. I think almost all of them, actually, I have liveries available. All right, H5 BGX HEL. All right, approve. Hey, that's right. I deactivated all my linked accounts here like a month ago when I was trying to fix something. That's why we're not connected. All right, now we're connected. And satellites are good, so let's go back home. Let's go to SimBrief. Here we go, Yo Mama. Reno to Boise. Let's request that. Import that thing. All right, give me a second here. Let me all right, let's see here. And we got Zephyr, Blackjack. Let's go to procedures. Okay, Zephyr, Blackjack. We got that. Let's put our approach in. Actually, what is our approach? Oh yeah, I never did choose an approach. What runway are we landed on? 28 left. I don't know. We'll leave that approach out for now. We'll mess with that later. I'll look at the maps and shit while I'm flying. Let's go to no, not checklist. Checklist not finished. Yeah, I know. Let's go to utilities. Oh, let me plug in the right amount of fuel actually for our flight, and then we'll load up the flight. Come on, Navigraph, you dirty bitch. Let's go. All right, cancel the approaches. View sim brief OFP. All right, so we got about 900 kilograms of fuel. All right, and our payload 626. Yeah, and we're like right up on the takeoff weight. All right, very good. So that's all done. All right, now let's go to initialization. Let's go system test. Pre-flight. I forget what button I programmed to do that, to check this off. It was some sort of autopilot button that I programmed. I'll have to go through that one day and figure that out, because I set it up specifically for this airplane because they have the checklist in here. Is it what the let me look at the controller options real quick. Hang on a second. I know I set this up because of this airplane. I set it up. Let me go to autopilot. Set autopilot. I think it's this one here. Let me see what other. Let me try J and see what happens. I think it's this one. Oh, you know what? Hang on. My keyboard might not be working here. Hang on. Yeah, that's right. I have to unplug it. I have to unplug it and plug it back in. I tell you, that's like the stupidest thing I come across with this simulator, with this Xbox. Whenever I go into the simulator, if the keyboard's plugged in, I have to unplug it and then plug it back in again. There we go. Okay. Oxygen. All right, normal. Everything's normal with oxygen. Very good. Let's go through here. Electrical's on and normal. Nose wheel steering is normal. Landing gear is down. Alternate gear. Okay, parking brake is set. Flaps are up. Thrust levers are in cutoff mode. Speed brake is retarded. All right, ice protection we don't need right now. Fuel is fine. Trim panel, everything is set with the trim panel. Windshield heat, we don't need that. Pneumatic panel, glare shield, chime, and avionics. Okay, that's all done. Go to next checklist. Starting engines, passenger briefing, rudder pedals adjusted, seat belts adjusted and secure. All that stuff's on automatic. All right, that looks fine. Let's go ahead and finish our initialization here. weight and fuel. Payload. Let's do, I guess, like 4 passengers. Let's go takeoff. Let's sync with the forward operating base. Landing. All right, very good. Let's go back. Let's go to speed bugs. Let's turn them all on. Get from sim. There we go. All on. And I think that's it. Accept initialization. All right, and aircraft systems, status, hydraulic, ice, sim options, fuel, electrical, environment. Let's see what it says there. All right, that's okay. Ice protection is fine. Okay, external power is connected. That's okay. Let's come back here to utilities. All right, and there was one more thing I wanted to look at here. Aircraft systems, environment, electrical. There was something I could do with the passengers. Where is... All right, here's exterior lights. They should all be on... So this is all automatic here. They should turn on automatically depending on what mode we're in. All right, cockpit lights. Let's... All right, I don't like that. Display. Footwell lights. Okay, that's all good. Sim options. All right, here we go. There we go. This is what I was looking for here. All right, load manager. Main door, static cabin shades, enable GPU. Show 3D passengers. E2. All right, very good. All right, let's go ahead and start the engines up. Let's go back to checklist. All right, very good. Let's I believe all we do is push that button in and then push this in here. And push this one in. And push that in. Cabin power is normal. All right, all that is good. All right, let's turn on the engine anti-ice. We don't need that on right now. Everything else is normal. Let's check our trim. Set our flaps. And let's scroll through the rest of this and see what the next checklist is. Wing anti-ice. Actually, is there a way I want to put this on the second page here? I don't know if I can do that because we're in light mode. That's right. Let me go to the next page here. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think because I'm in light mode, I can't switch modes. Yeah, that's right. So since I'm in light mode, I can't take this off traffic here. So being in light mode, these screens are locked together. So it's always going to have traffic on here and then our flight plan over here. Now we can make it full screen. So let's just go full screen here. And let's zoom in a little bit. All right, let's get our clearance and then we'll get out of here. All right, so we are departing, let's say from the north. Yep, 17 right. And what is our weather right now? It is 3011, so let's plug that in. And do we have any takeoff constraints? Let's see here. No, doesn't look like it. All right, what's our cruising altitude? 41,000 feet. So let's program that in. Put our flight director on. Let's program 41,000 feet. No, I didn't see that, man. That's crazy. Break apart mid-flight. Good lord. Wow, that's scary. It really is, man. Jesus. All right, traffic setting is auto, relative. Okay. Map settings. No map detail, sync north up. All right, very good. All right, let's get out of here. I think it's so cool that all the lights are automatic in this plane. What up, zombies? Guy looks scared as shit, doesn't he? Dude looks nervous as hell. Don't worry, it's only my first time flying this plane. In about 2 months, you'll be okay, buddy. You will be okay. Jesus, that's crazy. God bless whistleblowers. I did hear about a whistleblower from the FBI that was bragging that they can do anything they want. They're above the law, and they can go after anybody they want. Like they went after. He said we went after Alex Jones so we could take all his money. Now Alex Jones is suing. I think the State Department or the FBI or one of those agencies because of what that whistleblower said. It's crazy. Lawless in America. They always say nobody's above the law. Nobody's above the law, but they always act like they're above the law. That's crazy, man. Man, I'm glad it didn't break up. My mom was on 4 different Dreamliners over the last year. She went to Morocco for like 2 weeks, and then she went to Israel for like 2 weeks. Oh, why do we have the lights on outside? Shouldn't we be dark? Shouldn't we be dark? I think this is about as bright as the interior gets without turning on like floodlights, and I hate floodlights. But I shouldn't say hate. Hate's a strong word. I'm not a big fan of the floodlights. Yeah, Boeing has got a lot of issues, man, with the 737s and the Dreamliners. And yeah, I mean, like, even Southwest has been having issues with airplanes, and Southwest has always been a rock star, man. Like, they've always been, like, no issues at all. Or very minimal. I shouldn't say none, but even they're having some issues now with paneling coming off. And, well, you know, when you use cheap components, eventually that kind of stuff is going to happen. That's like when they manufacture cars. Isn't it always like funny that parts will break like right when the warranty runs out? Like a couple of months after the car warranty is over, then all of a sudden you start getting all these problems. Oh shit, wrong button. She didn't have a problem. I mean, she went with like 20 people. It was a big group of people that all went. She's in like some sort of club for older folks. And that was like the trip they went to, and then like 6 months later they went to Morocco. It's like every 6 months they go somewhere. In a few months she's going up to Alaska. Oh man, look, the landing lights just came on automatically. That is so fucking sick, man. She's going on this Alaska trip here coming up in a couple of months. Wow, that is so cool that the landing lights came on automatically. That is cool as shit, man. All right, let's click the nav button. And let's click VNav also. What does he mean takeoff configuration? Let me see this here. Oh, I know why he's saying that. Hang on, let's stop for a second. This always happens with this plane. Some reason the speed brake gets messed up. Oh yeah, and we didn't set our takeoff trim either. That could be it as well. That's got to go down to the green line there. So those green... So when you take off, you have to have these green... They have to be in green there. Alright, and our flaps are... I mean, our speed brakes... Okay, we should be okay now. Alright, landing gear up. Put our flaps up. Put the autopilot on. Put flight level control on. What's going on with the speed here? Hang on a second. Oh, 250 knots. Okay. Okay, that makes sense then. Wrong button. I do that all the time. I take a screenshot instead of going to the actual button that I want to hit. I love this plane, man. I was so on the fence about getting this thing because it's from Flight Effects. They're the ones that make the Cirrus Vision, the Vision Jet, the same company. But once I got the Series X and I didn't have any more issues with the Cirrus, I decided to get this because it looks so awesome. And it really is, man. It's such a cool plane. I love the interior. I love the way it looks. It sounds really cool. I mean, it's got the same type of Garmin system that's in a lot of the airplanes, but, you know, it's easy to start up. You just push a button and then just move the throttle up, you know, a bit. I mean, it's, you know, it's tied into SimBrief. Yeah, I can look again. I think it just has floodlights. Part of the reason I think I don't have many issues with this plane, let me knock on wood, is because I use the light version. It uses a lot less memory. However, it does eliminate being able to use both of these at the same time. So, it is what it is, but, alright, aircraft systems, system controls, interior lights. Well, we got footwell lights. Yeah, for pilot and co-pilot. Yeah, we got our seatbelts, no smoking. But yeah, we have these lights here. And then cabin lights. That's really about it, you know, in the back. Other than that, that's it. The rest is just exterior lights. When it's on normal, that's when they're in automatic mode. Got our thermostat. All that's on normal. Yeah, there's not really any lights really to play with. Now, I've never really flown over this part of America before. From, like, Nevada into Idaho, so... I'm sure it's going to look like the rest of America, but... see what VNav looks like here. Oh yeah, we're in high speed climb. All right. Cruise 270 and then descent 200 knots. All right, looks okay to me. All right, let's Sandy L4. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. That's our landing right there, Sandy L4. And we're supposed to be landing on runway 28 left. So we'll have to find a good landing situation for us there. Chart options. Oh, I like that. I like these where you can... Oh, it doesn't break down to sections. Oh, it'll probably do it for... I bet you it'll do it for the approach, where it'll break it into minimums, you know, profiled. Yeah, I think it'll do it for that. Let's go to map. Split. All right, let's go find a... Let me find an approach for tonight. All right, so let's see here. So we got 28 left. Let's take a look here. Let me look here. Well, we could do RNAV Z. That'll take us right into it. Let's try that landing. Let's try an RNAV landing with this plane. As long as the weather's good enough. And let me also pin ILS as well. So let's pin... Are we doing 28 left or 28 right? Oh, we should probably be doing 28 right. Let's change that to 28 right. All right, remove. Let's see what runways are being used right now. 28 left and 28. Yeah, let's do 28 right. And now let's see what we got here. Okay, RNAV Z. We're still going to do the RNAV. But now I can also have, as backup, I can have an ILS landing just in case. So let's go ahead and pin the ILS to this chart as well. So I have both landings available. Very good. Okay, now I got both available to me. Very good. That makes me feel better. Oh, it makes me feel better. Yeah, Series X, man, I'm telling you, it's a game changer, that's for sure, bro. I might be able to do a special type of RNAV landing tonight. All right, let me plug in our approach. We're gonna do RNAV Z, runway 28 right. Let's go to procedure. Actually, we need to change this to 28 right. Let's load that. And let's go back to procedure. Let's do approach. We're going to do RNAV Z 28 right. Sounds like a football play. RNAV Z 28 right. On 3, ready. Right. All right, RNAV Z 28 right. We got DICAC. Let's preview this bitch. Show on the map. Yep, that's going to be our land, and we come in from our arrival here, and we land just like that. Very good. Okay. And our minimums on this is 332 with an RNP of 0.15. All right. So let's end the preview. Let's put our minimum in. That's 332. Let's load that. All right, very good. Oh, we got to get rid of this right here. This thing is a killer for flight plans. It only happens in the Garmin systems. I don't know why it happens or how it happens, but if you see this in your flight plan, you need to get rid of it. That's like kryptonite for your flight plan. Let me make sure it's not anywhere else. Nope. All right, very good. Yeah, that thing is like kryptonite. That'll really stop like any calculations for anything like VNAV, top of descent, approaches. Like, I think we can turn off the anti-ice. What up, zombie bitch? You got some redness on your knees. You know that, right? You see all that redness on your knees? That's carpet burn, Trick. Carpet burn from this carpet. My man looks scared as hell, doesn't he? Oh yeah, that's right. I got the sunshades on. That's why we really can't see. But we can just kind of stick our head out the window here. That'd be kind of cool if you could do that in real life. Yeah, I don't know what it means. I think it means manual sequence. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she does have a giraffe neck. Yeah, I think it means manual sequence. I don't know. I don't know why it shows up, but it's only in these Garmin systems. I've never seen it in a Boeing or an Airbus. It's only been in these kind of systems. Yeah, the Series X is like when I first decided to get an Xbox for this simulator, and I was reading online, and it was like Series S is really good for performance, and the graphics are good, and there's really not much of a difference between the Series X and the Series S. Like, the graphics are about the same, gameplay is about the same, and I'm thinking to myself, how is that possible? How is that possible when a Series X is like a far superior machine? Like, I'm thinking, then I got the Series S, and I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. Then I got the Series X, and I'm like, wow, those dudes were lying. This is way different. Gameplay is smoother, graphics are way better. Got better sounds. I was like, them dudes don't know what they're talking about. They got it wrong. Let me see about turning them shades off. All right, let's go home. Yeah, no difference, my ass. Utilities. Nope. Aircraft systems. Oh no, it's under system controls. No, where did I see that before? Sim options. Yeah, that's right. All right, cabin shades. Let's get rid of those. Let's get rid of the passengers as well. There we go. Now we can see outside. Yo, what up, Ghost Rider? What's cracking, Leighton? What's good? What's good? What's up? What's up, bro? We're in a Hondajet. This plane's pretty dope, man. I like this plane. It's only my second time flying it, but it's pretty cool so far. What's up? All right, where did the yoke go? There it is. All right, let's set up some options. All right, PFD, we'll do bearing 2 as GPS. Bearing 1 is nav. Aha. No, we don't need that. Let's not make it split, but let's put a traffic inset in. We'll leave traffic out. Oh, that's cool, man. What's it on? Is it on YouTube? Oh, where's the air show at? Like, what part of the world is it in? A nighttime air show, man. That's gotta be so cool to watch. Damn. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to get on YouTube later and when I'm done this tonight and I pack up and all that. I'll have to get in there and see if I can find the replay of it. I love air shows, man. Sun and Fun, Florida. Will do. I will check it out. I will check it out. Gotcha. Thank you. Thanks for putting it in there. Yeah, I've been to 2 air shows in person, and they were both like really awesome. All right, we're gonna start descending in about 10 minutes. So I put these flights together tonight to try to be somewhere around like 2.5 hours of flying time. Yeah, we got about 11 minutes. So we can turn the seatbelts off for these people. All right, let's look at our... Yeah, Hondajet's a lot of fun, man. I like this plane. Let me do it this way. Cruise. Yeah, we got that. All right, what's descent? Landing field elevation. We got that. Engine anti-ice. Okay, that's fine. Approach seatbelt. Avionics. Landing. Cast messages. Approach and flaps. All right, we got all that. Let's see what landing says. Landing gear. Airspeed. Flaps. Speed brake. RET. Okay, very good. I guess too many screens. I mean, it's not that bad, dude. I mean, it makes sense for the layout. Like you have the pilot screen, the co-pilot screen, the center screen, and then you have the pilot FMC and the co-pilot FMC. So maybe too many screens. All right, let's go to radio and nav, and let me see what the... So there's a couple of frequencies here. Let me first plug in Boise. That's 113.3. One one three 30. Let's transfer that. And then the backup one I want to do... I hear you. Sometimes that happens. Let's plug in the ILS as a backup. That's 110.15. All right, that's a backup there. Let's do the same thing on nav 2. So 11330 transfer, and then 110.15. 11015. Okay, that's all done. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's a lot to kind of look at, and when the plane's moving around and stuff. I got you. Makes sense to me. All right, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, the course. The course is 282. I believe that's the same on both. Yep, 282. That sucks. Hopefully the storms will just kind of come and go. I know, you know, especially in Florida, you know, they can get storms every day, and most of the time the storms just they only last for a short period of time, and then they go back out to sea. So hopefully that'll be the kind of thing tomorrow where, you know, if they do get storms, they'll just be real quick, and then that'll be it. All right, let's sync our heading. Let's go into heading mode. Let's switch our navigation source. VOR. Let's plug in 282 for our course. Our delicious final course. This final course always goes down so smooth. It's so delicious. So delicious. All right, VOR2. Let's program that as well. Deuce 80 deuce. Just in case both sides have to be programmed for the same thing. All right, deuce 8 deuce. Deuce 8 deuce. There we go. Go back in nav mode. Yeah, I saw the tornado warnings, potential for tornado warnings down there, yeah. I saw a water spout in Florida a long time ago when I was a kid. That was a crazy thing, man. We were in this hotel down in like North Hollywood Beach. I used to have a lot of family that lived in North Miami Beach and Fort Lauderdale and Deerfield and all that. So West Palm Beach. So anyways, it was really bad weather this morning. I was in elementary school, and we opened up the curtains of the hotel room and we looked out in the ocean. We saw a water spout. I was like, oh my God. That's the only time I ever seen something like that. Maybe. I haven't heard that anywhere about this plane. It might be. I know the Vision Jet and the Cirrus. No, it might be the SR-22. I think the SR-22 from Cirrus has the parachute that comes out. I don't know if this plane does. It might. Let's see if they have something inside that says something about it. All right, we got airspeed limitations. Operating, no aerobatic maneuver spins, including spins are approved. This airplane is landing with cabin pressurized is prohibited. I don't see anything about any kind of parachute. It might have it. Got those oh shit bars up there like they have in the car. When you hold on to it and somebody's making a really bad turn, you're like, oh shit! You hold on to the handle. Same handles. All right, let's plug in our altitude. Looks like 21,000 is our altitude coming up. Now it already says V altitude, so we're already in VNAV mode. We don't need to do anything with the buttons. We probably don't even have to. I don't know. It might be another plane. I know there's planes out there that do that. I don't know if this is the one or not. It very well could be. All right, let's plug in 21,000. Now you notice since we moved the altitude, it now says path. So now, you know, it's already in VNAV. Now it's going to follow the path since we have that in there. I think it's cool how we can stick our head out the roof and out the side and all that. Dun 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 dun. I was looking at this new plane that they just launched in the marketplace. It's called I think it's called a XF-11. It's a really old military plane, and that one's got oh no, it was the Vulcan. How that thing's got a parachute that comes out of the back of it when you land. Dude, you have no idea how close I came to buying that thing today. I pushed the purchase button. The only thing I had to do was enter my code. I have my Xbox locked, so anytime a purchase is made, you have to put a code in with the controller. And I started entering the code, and I was like, nah, let me hold off. I was like super close. I am gonna get it. I'm really trying to hold off on buying anything until the new simulator comes out. You know, I don't want to sink any more money into this until I know how much the new one's going to cost, and if all the planes I own are going to transfer over and still work properly. No, it's the trunk area.
Vertical track.
Well, thank you, honey. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a bathroom in here. I think the door opens up, actually. Yep. All right, we are getting ready to start descending. No, I know the add-ons will be transferable. That's not the part that I'm talking about. I just like the add-ons working properly with the new. Like, I don't want to start playing the new simulator and then like there's all these glitches and stuff with the airplanes. Like, I don't want to sink any more money into this version. Is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, I know everything's going to be transferred, but I really don't want to spend any more money on this simulator until. Oops. Until the new one, you know, until the new one's out and, you know, we can see that there's like kind of minimal issues with it or no problems, but. Oh, dude, that is awesome. Pyrotechnics while parachuting, man, that's cool. I know we're a long way away, but you know, I don't know. I say this tonight, I might very well buy it tomorrow. That's just that's just my feeling right now. I could very well change that later tonight and just wind up buying it for tomorrow. All right, let me see what our VNav looks like here for. So 200 or Mach 0.46. That's cool, man. That is really cool. Man, Idaho or Nevada, wherever the fuck we're at, man. This is like a barren wasteland over here. What part of the world are we in right now? Yeah, me too. I'm gonna get that as well. Oh, we're in Oregon right now. Wow, I didn't know Oregon was like so barren on the eastern side of it. Huh. Oh, I imagine so, man. I imagine there's crazy traffic at that air show. Yeah, Greece. I mean, I'm aware that it'll probably cost the same or maybe a little bit more. I just, this is my first time, going to a new simulator like that, from the old one to a new one like this, and I just want to make sure what I already bought works properly before I start sinking more money. But like I said, that's how I feel right now. I might wind up buying it tomorrow. So I am getting it. I'm also getting the other Piper that they have from Just Flights, the PA-28. I'm buying that plane as well. Now, I've never heard of that show before. You telling me about it's the first time I ever heard of that show. The Sun and something show down in Florida. We very well might be doing. Now, I will tell you this. I did look at the owner's manual for the Vulcan. When I do buy it, it's going to be a few days before I fly it. I really want to study up on that plane before I introduce it to the world. Like, I'd rather take a few extra days before I put it out there for everybody to see, just because I want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about so I don't sound like an idiot. Sun and fun, that's right. Now, I know Just Flights makes good stuff, but I'm just being cautious. I mean, that's just how I feel. Doesn't make it right or wrong. It's just, all of us have been burnt so many times by big developers when these games launch that I'm just very skeptical when new things come out, that they're going to work properly. But that, you know what, dude, I can't answer that one. I don't know any of the pilots' names. Whenever I see them, like, I've been to 2 in person. It's been about a decade since I've been. But, like, when I see them on YouTube, like, I don't really remember the names of the pilots. There's one guy from Texas I remember watching, but, he was a pilot for American, I think, or United. Like, he was a captain of, like, a 737 or something like that, and then in his off time he would do these shows. But yeah, probably. But yeah, I don't know any of the names of the pilots, to be honest. I don't have a whole lot of time to do stuff, to be honest. Like, I work full time. I work, 8 hours a day. And then when I'm off of work, I get dinner together for my family. And then I jump on here usually for a couple hours, then I go to sleep. But I will look into it and I'll find a favorite and let you know next time. Yeah, it's an airshow performer from Texas. He's an older guy. I don't remember what kind of plane he flew. I knew it was a prop jet, but I don't remember what kind of plane it was. But yeah, he was an actual, he was a passenger airline pilot for, like, United or American, one of these big companies. And on his off time, he would actually, do the air shows. But I don't, even if you started spouting off names, I wouldn't remember the guy. This was a long time ago when I saw that video. All right, after 21,000, we got 14,000. Let's plug that in. Actually, let's pull up the chart. There we go. Goldfinger. I don't think I ever heard of the Goldfinger before. So this waypoint right here, DICAC, that's the initial air fix for our landing tonight. Yeah, those accidents are terrible when they happen. Those airplanes hitting each other or crashing into the ground, man, that's scary stuff, man. I worked in Annapolis, Maryland for many years, a couple of decades. And for a long time, like every year when the naval cadets would graduate, they would have the Blue Angels fly. So the dealership I was the manager at, we used to go up on the roof of the dealership, and where this was situated, we were like kind of in the woods, like just off the highway. And these Blue Angels, they would fly like a couple hundred feet, like it seemed like it was probably 1,000 feet, but they were real close to our building. But man, those guys, those Blue Angels, when they fly, like, that's scary as shit, man. Flying that fast, that close to each other, doing those kind of maneuvers, pulling those kind of G's, like. Gotcha. No, I've heard of the air show DLC. I was talking about the Goldfinger. I just never heard of the Goldfinger before. No, I know about that DLC. I just I never bought it. I bought a pizza with that $10. Bought a cheese pizza. Oh, that's nice of them to do that. Yeah, kids' cancer's a bastard, man. There's got to be a cure. Like I've seen videos and documentaries of like scientists that have and doctors that have kind of found cures for certain types of cancer. I just don't know why, like what happened to their research or what happened to it. Oh, that's cool. Me, I'm 46. Yeah, that sounds cool, man. Fun in the Sun Ghost Rider deal. All right, the pressure here is 3015, so we gotta switch that over here soon. It's okay. What is it only for? Is it only for certain age group? The show you're putting on? Grease. That's all right, man. I can always just watch it. No reason to apologize. I know I'm old. All right, so we are getting ready to pass into Idaho right now. No, I got it. I understand you're doing it on Microsoft. But when you said that you can't tell people how old I am, oh, never mind. I misread the messages. My bad. Ghost Rider, I thought you were asking me how old I was. And then I thought you were saying that you couldn't tell the people in the event how old I was. I misread who was saying what. Yeah, I'll check that out, man. When you said this weekend? Oh, next week. What day? Do you know what day next week you're doing it on? I'll put it in my calendar. Gotcha. Starting Tuesday through Sunday. Oh, that's okay. Is there a way, like, do you have like a Discord or a way that you're like staying in contact with everybody about it, or? Yeah, that's what I thought, Grease. When I saw that message come in, I didn't realize you were the one that wrote it about the asking the age. So when I read it, I was like, damn, man. I'm 46. I'm too old for the air show. What do you mean I'm too old for the air show? What kind of bullshit is that? All right, let me plug in the right barometer. Cool. Yeah, I would love to watch it. That would be cool. I can watch it while I'm working. I can have it playing in the background. All right, let me pull up our approach chart. Yeah, man. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm too old, man. What kind of bullshit is that for a internet air show, man? I'm like, man, you're ageophobic. I'm gonna cancel you. You're ageophobic. All right, let's put this down to 7,000 feet. I don't think there's a way on here to adjust the RNP, the required navigation performance, so hopefully it'll do that on its own. Usually that's in like the VNAV type settings, but I didn't see it in there, so. Actually, let me see if I can find it somewhere. All right, speed bugs, let's set them for landing. 113, 108. Utilities. No, it wouldn't be there. Maybe flight plan options. Nope. No, I don't see a way to plug it in. Oh well, whatever. Let me plug the chart back in here and put the map over here. There we go. All right, that's cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Very cool. What kind of plane, like, are you going to fly multiple planes, or are you kind of just sticking to one plane, like a bi-wing, like a bi-wing plane, or are you flying like, uh, I don't know. That'd be cool. I don't know what kind of plane you'd be flying. That's cool to you that you got that. That's really cool, actually, that you got all that together, and you put that together and you're doing that. That is really cool. I wish my kids did something like that. They just sit upstairs and yell at people online all day. Gotcha. What is the altitude of this? So the altitude of the runway is about 2,900 feet. So all right, DICAC is a mandatory 7,000 feet. That's the entry point to our RNAV that we're going to try to do tonight. I'm trying to do these kind of landings more often. I find them to be way more difficult and challenging when you come in and just land like real quick, instead of doing, you know, how we normally do it, where we take like 20 miles and we line up and then come in slow for like 15 or 20 miles. I want to start doing more of these type of landings where you come in and you're like 5 miles out from the airport and you turn in and just kind of duck right in there like that. Well, I can go to your YouTube page, and if your Discord server is on there, I could do that. Other than that, I don't know, unless you put your, you know, unless you send me an invite. I think you know what I'll do? When I'm done everything tonight, I'll put my Discord server on my page. So sometime tomorrow, go to my page, and you'll see my Discord server there, and just send me an invite. That'll probably work, doing it that way. Yep, I'm on Xbox. Sweet. Yeah, I like Xbox. I didn't have one for many, many years, and then I decided to get one because of this simulator, and I'm really glad that I got it. Sweet. Yeah, I'll check you out, man, for real.
Autopilot. 2000.
Cool. Yeah, go to my, go to my page tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow. I'll take care of it tonight before I go to sleep.
1000.
And then just, send me an invite on Discord. And then I'll, keep up, we'll keep up from there. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out. That'll be cool.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 30. 10. 5.
Come on, reversers. No reversers, all brakes. All killer, no filler. Not bad. Not bad at all. That was kind of fun. I like this plane. I'm going to fly this plane some more. I like the sound of it. I like the equipment. I don't know why our flight plan didn't really follow the altitude, constraints that we had in there, but yeah, man, that was cool. Oh, you don't have or use Discord. Well, how are you getting everything like lined up then? Like, how are you staying in contact with? Well, you know what? I don't know. I don't really know how to stay in contact with you then about it. I guess I'll just, you know. I have multiplayer on, dork. Oh, you know what? I can add. You know, let me just add you right now. I got ghost play, dude. I got multiplayer on, man. This boomer doesn't know how to use multiplayer. I know how to use multiplayer. When I type my username and I type it in with these fingers right here. These fingers right here. Look, I'm on right now. Online. Let's add a friend. Let's type in Ghost Rider. Oh, Ghost Rider 3721. Invitation, maybe there's no space between everything. I'm sending an invitation. Add a friend, invitation. Isn't this where I go? Invitation. Son of a bitch. That's where it says add friend. Enter the name of your friend, Ghost Rider. It didn't let me do it. Well, why don't you just add me, Ghost Rider? I'm Bacon Strips 0001. And unlike what Grease said, I actually am online. Yeah, I mean, enter the name of my friend. That's what I put in. I am from the main menu, dude. Look. I'm on the... Oh. You mean like... yeah, I am on the main menu. Options. General options. It's not what I wanted to do. It's not what I wanted to do. Back up. There we go. I don't know. I don't see Ghost Rider. Yep. His name is wrong. I've tried it every which way, and it's not working. Damn, it's late as shit, man. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get up at like 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Yeah, Ghost Rider, man down. Just add me, Ghost Rider. Bacon Strips 0001. Wow, the blue flame from Red Wing. Look at that thing. Look at that monstrosity. Hmm. You said New York airport? I'll try it real quick. I gotta get offline though, but let me dude, just add me. Just find me, Bacon Strips 0001, and add me as a friend. I got it. I got you. I know what you're doing. And there's all this stuff. I've never even been to these pages before. Well, I'm guessing you're the first one there. Is your avatar the guy with like a gray beanie hat blowing a bubble? All right. Well, that wasn't you then. Let me try typing into 3721 part. All right, there we go. You got like the Xbox kind of emblem, green and orange. Ghost Rider number 3721. Yep. All right, I got it. I'm going to add you right now. All right, I just sent you a request. All right, cool. Well, that's about it, my friends. Now that my boomer ass finally found out how to add a friend. I'm not a boomer, by the way, so don't get any ideas. I'm close to age of a boomer, but I am definitely not a boomer. But if you want to call me a boomer and you subscribe to my channel, then maybe we could, maybe we could work something out. But I'll be back. I think I'll be back tomorrow night. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Maybe we'll do some train simulator tomorrow night or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll take a night off of flying since it's Thursday. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll be back tomorrow night for sure around 8 o'clock East Coast time. Until then, my friends, have a good whatever you're going to do it well. Do it to the best of your ability. Hit that subscribe button and that like button to the best of your ability. And I will see y'all tomorrow over the beautiful skies of Mother Earth. This is your boomer ass captain Greg signing off for the night. Much love from the Boomer Society. Thanks for the nice emoji too, Grease. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, I will see y'all